This morning I gazed into the future of the world, behind the trusting eyes of my little girl, a future filled with hope for the coming year, behind a small brow furrowed in fear of the future, and troubled eyes say, please fix my world while you have the chance. Please don't leave my future up to circumstance. Make sure I have enough fresh water to drink, clean air to breathe, and freedom to think for myself and my future. Today I saw the future behind 30 pairs of eyes, 30 young children trusting me with their lives, assigned to my classroom by chance for a year.
Well, hello, Pittsburghers, and our fellow Americans. And I said to you on a different episode that I was going to henceforth refer to you as my fellow Americans. But this being public access in Pittsburgh, if I only say my fellow Americans, it may upset funders or what have you of public access in Pittsburgh. But before I am a Pittsburgher, I am an American. You know, my heritage is Sicilian, Italian, but I am not a Sicilian American. Nope. I am an American of Sicilian descent. I would like to say, before we start anything off, one of the things I want people to start changing in their mindset, I want you to actually change the way you think. No longer should you be a Polish American. Be an American of Polish descent, or an American Polishman or woman. Let's put America first. And today, as you saw, as you have seen, it's a rather interesting name, the future of the future. You're probably wondering, what on earth is this going to be about? Well, it's going to be part intellectual, possibly part political, but I'm trying to stay away from that for a little bit. But let me just say that this episode is going to talk about all of our futures. And let me just, before we get to Annette, let me just say this. Right now, if we look at the economy, we look at many, many different aspects of the American economy, the middle class, and what have you. There's a great cause for concern. There's a great cause for depression. Let me assure you that if we work together, if we get off our cans, we all know what I'm referring to, and we work together, not only can we fix everything with our economy, not only can we bring back the middle class in strong numbers, and even the upper middle class, and not only can we bring the impoverished and the extremely impoverished up to middle class and higher, not only can we do all of that, but if we work together, my fellow Americans, my fellow Pittsburghers, we can create a nation that will rival every single nation in the history of this planet, and it will be 300 times stronger than America has ever been before, if we work together. Now, before I get to Annette, the downside of that is if we continue to be anesthetized, as asleep at the wheel, if we don't call our elected leaders and our attorney generals and the corporations and the things that I espouse for you to do, if we don't do that, then we are going to see gasoline prices at $4, $5, $6, $7, even $8 a gallon within 3 to 6 years. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I can't afford $8 a gallon. Okay? I cannot afford it. So the choice, my fellow Pittsburghers, my fellow Pennsylvanians, and my fellow Americans, the choices are clear. We change the way we think. We change the way we act. And we demand that those in power recognize the average American Pittsburgh citizen and don't cater only to those who have an exorbitant amount of money. And let me say this, to the wealthiest Americans, I hold no ill will against any of you. However, when you have a lot more than most of your fellow countrymen and women, and you complain about contributing, you are unpatriotic and you're an embarrassment to our nation. So you need to change. Now, with that, I want to throw something out. I never much cared for Bill Gates. I really didn't back in the day. But recently, I've learned a lot about Bill Gates, and he is giving most or a very large part of his fortune to help his fellow Americans. He is one of the wealthiest men on the planet. Is he sitting there and living high off the hog and not caring about people? No. Now, the irony, above all ironies, is that I was in CCAC South Campus in 2001, and that stands for Community College of Allegheny County, acting for television. I had done a skit where Bill Gates was on the street acting as a homeless person in front of his Microsoft corporation, and he wanted to see how his fellow employees would treat somebody who was homeless. And ultimately, the skit that I created had him revealing that he was in fact Bill Gates, and he was actually judging who actually gave a dang and who treated him like dirt. And at the end of that skit, I said, treat everybody with respect, treat everybody as they matter, no matter who they are, because you never know, you may just be speaking to Bill Gates in disguise. And the point of that, my fellow Pittsburghers and my fellow Americans, is if Bill Gates can be making these huge contributions to try to help people, well, then the top 1% of Americans that have hundreds of billions or hundreds of millions of dollars, well, guess what? It's time they help their fellow Americans, just like Bill Gates says. Now, maybe you think I'm too tough, but you know what? I'm going to continue being tough because what I speak about is the health and, quite frankly, the future of every single person living in the city of Pittsburgh, of every single American. And I care about this nation. So I'm going to quit blah, 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 and all this, and I'm going to introduce to you someone who's a wee bit nervous right now because I'm putting her on the spot. I'm empowering her, but I'm putting her on the spot. Now, everybody, Annette's going to tell you about the future. That's right, the one and only Annette Mendel, you're on for 5 minutes.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk about the future tonight because it's very important. So I think jobs should be in America because this is the country we live in after all. And we need jobs because of the high school and college students, for they are the future, career-minded people of this nation and around the world. But we should concentrate on our kids here. But our kids need funds to attend college. Fortunately, there are grants available for our kids, but there should be more grants available. There are incentives for high school students to stay in school so they have the chance to go to college, for there are future researchers, technological and medical pioneers of tomorrow. I want to be in this career of being a television co-host, so I might have to get a grant to attend college in the future so I can improve on my current skills. Because I want a complete education on how to continue this career and move forward. And I have a book that's helpful, and the author is Kevin Trudeau, and his book is Free Money They Don't Want You to Know About, and it tells you how to get grants and loans and financial assistance to help you further your education or any financial matter that you need to address or whatever. And he talks a lot about how to help you if you're in debt. So if your future looks bleak right now, there's hope and help if you seek it. And this is a good source. So you might want to look into that next time you go to the bookstore or the library or whatever. And our future is very important. So whatever goals or plans you have for your future, do the best you can to see that they come to fruition. And never give up hope. And okay, well, that's my segment on the future tonight. I'm going to introduce you to Kathy Payer, our other co-host. She's going to talk about the future too.
Hello, everybody. My topic for today is almost the same thing, but not quite. The kids of today are the next generation. Here is something that they need to talk about, think about, and do. Do not drink or do drugs. Wait a couple years before having sex. Babies do not need to be having babies. Go to school and study in school. Do not drop out. Study your schoolwork and learn it. If you do not understand it, ask for help. If you still don't understand it, keep asking for help until you understand it completely. And teachers take time to help the students understand the work they are giving. Students read a lot and learn as much as you can. Have confidence in yourself. Make something of yourself. You do not want to be poor all your life. You do not need to be poor all your life. So you study real hard, make something of yourself. Parents should be involved with the children's schoolwork, and teachers should call the parents about the students' schoolwork. This is a two-way street. Some students still study in schools, go to college, and do not make fun of your classmates. You do not worry about what kids have, $300 in shoes. Some kids are jealous of the kids' things, and there is no need for that. Just worry about yourself, your own things, and yourself, and do your schoolwork the best that you can. Be someone extra special and be the next generation president, and do yourself and be yourself. God bless every kid, everyone. God bless everyone. That's my statement. Now to Chris.
Hello, everyone. This is January 2011. And
January 1st.
yeah, January 4th. That's right.
Don't tell me, tell them.
It's January 4th, 2011. My thing on the future is, first of all, aren't you tired of gas prices keep going up, as Al keeps saying? Aren't you tired of the parking rates downtown, and they keep going up? Aren't you tired of feeding parking meters everywhere you park? Aren't you tired of the bus fares that keep going up, and the buses don't show up? And also the cutbacks in the buses? I have an idea that would not eliminate, but help some of those areas. And that is, the waters in this area are underutilized. The rivers, you see all the rivers, and